Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Crusaders of the Lost Idols live stream for Thursday, February 11th. I'm Erika, the live services manager for Crusaders, coming to you live from the streaming closet in beautiful Victoria, British Columbia. And with me is Kat. Kat, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hey, I'm Kat. I am the lead artist for Crusaders, here to do art for your entertainment.
And you can follow her on Twitter at Skilleven.
Yeah, gotta remember to plug my own stuff.
So today's stream will be going over the ODL coloring sheets submissions, and then we'll be taking your questions, and you get to watch Kat do her magic sketching a scene. And just pay attention in chat for Jay on the CNE Games account to give you a keyword. We're doing 2 raffles for 5 runic chests again this week, and next week is the 50th Crusader stream.
Yeah,
So we'll be doing some special raffles next week. I'll give you more details after we go through the coloring sheets.
yeah, it's bonkers to think about, but in a good way. So first up, we have a submission by Azaria. Very, very blue and pink. It works well together. Let's see. It's not a very big file, but that's okay. I like the effort of doing many different shades of the like magenta-y of her hair.
Yeah.
So like the bangs are the brightest because like they're farthest forward, so that makes sense. And of course the effort of going through and doing all of the sparkles.
The sparkle snow, yeah.
Yeah.
And transparency over her skates and glove. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's very complete feeling. I don't know. I like the blue. It's all like subtle changes of blue with the skates and gloves and the snowflakes in her hair.
Mm-hmm.
Standing out more. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. And this one is by Arhue. I love the rainbowy texture background. Even if that's just like a PNG you got off Google or something, it works really well.
Yeah. Definitely gives you the Sailor Moon vibes when they're transforming or casting spells.
Yeah. I really like it honestly looks kind of like a frosty or snowy texture, doing the white over the blue on her skirt and on a couple other little accoutrements.
Mm-hmm.
And all of this multicolored sparkles and
Yeah.
all snowy looking. It's great.
Yeah.
And I think that's basically sticking to the official colors. I don't have a picture of her handy, but
Yeah, she's white. White outfit, yeah.
And full chain, of course. Just going all for it as usual. Yeah, I like the blurry background, but with a little bit of like this one extra, I don't know what you'd call it, just the lines. It gives it extra movement and it looks really good. And I like that you replaced all my sparkles with some sort of like stamp stars. I don't know, it looks good. And of course her face, very lovingly rendered, looks awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And a very different direction with the colors, all pink and white, and give her tights and makes her wand stand out as blue for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. I like it when people do extra, not extra, but different directions. And also this little bit of bounced light really defining her like rib cage and torso is just like, it always draws my eye.
Yeah. Tanoia Fire in the chat says that background looks like a sheet of ice over a lake.
Yeah, it definitely has like the proper
The ice quality.
skating. Yeah, it's great. And this was I can never pronounce the name. Raija Kubek.
RJ Kubik, yeah.
Yeah, RJ, yeah. Thank you very much for your submission. Really sticking to a sort of monochrome color scheme, but it works really well. It's this pink and a purple, and then much darker for her hair, and then more like stars than snow, which is totally cool.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of changes her theming in an interesting way, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. And it all goes well together, so.
Yeah. And Silexi, this one I believe is watercolor, which is definitely impressive for all the little sparkles. I like watercolor myself, and doing little tiny bits like that is not easy, so I see you. I appreciate you. And also her eyes looking really nice. Yeah, I like watercolor a lot. It's got this really nice texture to it. That you can see.
And it does come through in the scan or the photo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like I'm a little light on words this morning, but I super appreciate all of the submissions, and we love looking at them.
Mm-hmm.
And this was, Zizexis? Yeah. Very rainbowy. I like the multicolored dreads. Yeah, I think that's a really good idea. It looks really fun. And like, it's almost random seeming, but there's a consistency to it. You know, both her gloves are lime green with the purple trim. And like the orange to sort of lavender and then green. It's there's very little rhyme or reason, but it's very interesting to me.
Yeah. And it comes together too, so.
Yeah, and I like her eyes. This sort of like fiery, because they go from a pale yellow to orange.
Yeah.
Looks good. Yeah. And that's the last one for Odile. Sorry if that one was a little too detailed for folks. It happens. But thanks to everybody who participated and submitted, and hope to see you do more again, and also other people to show up. Yeah, today I'm going to be doing a doodle of some of the Valentine's Crusaders. And now Erika can take it away with questions.
So we got some regulars in chat. We got JS Random Numbers, Conqueror Shinko, Lemptimus, Whipped Quazen, UGA for the win, Stormcrow 69, Kempafet, and then the raffle is going. The keyword is Rosoidier, which is the new Valentine's Crusader's name. And also such a fun word to pronounce.
Yeah, I did look it up the other day and was like, oh right, sometimes I just pick words that look cool, but I forget how to like take a minute to be like, wait, how do you say this out loud?
Yeah, I was trying to get the pronunciation guides, and then I went to Emma Saying, and that video is weird because it's like Rosoidier or E. It's like, what?
Yeah.
What? What? So, are you trying to tell me there's two different ways to pronounce it, or am I supposed to add the or E to the end of this? It's like, oh, come on, people, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's gonna nickname her Rosie, but we have Rosie the Rocklicon, guys. You guys can't call Rosoidy Rosie, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
I mean, Roseau. Rosoi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
DA? No.
DA?
I'm sure the players will figure it out. But also, they don't use Rosie, so I guess just calling it normal Rosie could work for them. They'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Croc360 says, "Good morning, ladies. Hope you're having a great week."
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah. Not a bad week. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been going pretty well as far as weeks can go.
Rosie D. I like that.
Yeah. Rosie D. Alright, I was distracted. It's the 1 week a year in Victoria where it gets cold. So, like,
Yeah.
We actually even had some snow last night, although it didn't stick around this morning, which I was very grateful for, and my ankle was very thankful for.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, it's already been 2 years since I sprained my ankle. It's like, what the hell?
This is definitely one of the times where I'm more glad to be working from home, because I hate the cold, and walking the snow also makes me super anxious because I've fallen before as well.
It's like, the one time living on hills is a bad thing. Because all the condo boards don't salt properly. But yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, no snow, so I was very happy this morning. No ice, no snow. Kempafet. At what time will the next event go live? The Mercies Mix-Up Valentine's themed event goes live later today in a couple hours. Yeah. It's like, woof, right away. Carnage Cup just ended on Tuesday, but yeah, back into Valentine's, because, you know, it's Valentine's on Sunday. Sunday? Sunday.
Something like that.
Yeah, Sunday.
Sunday.
Right, and no, last weekend was the Super Bowl, come on. Simpleman, we get event chests before the event is launched. Yeah, I've done that in the past. I've given out all tier chests on the morning stream before the event started. Just, you know, reminder, the event's coming. But yeah, all tiers are usually the first chests I give out, and then I give out the tier 6 chests in the other sessions. So like in the Q&A, and next week's stream will be tier 6 Valentine's chests. So yeah. Just Tricky 2, anything special for the Valentine's event apart from the new Crusader? We did sneak in some quality of life things, so I know a few of you guys have asked for a stacks counter on Bruno and Odile to tell how close you're getting to the max stacks limit, so those Crusaders now have max stacks on them. What other quality of life things were in the changelog? Damn it, I forget. That's not really a quality of life, but it is a game change. Legendaries are officially capped at level 20 now, so you cannot make a legendary higher than level 20 when the event rolls out. Oh yeah, Kevin put in a new filter for the rune screen, so it'll show you all the Crusaders by bench seat. So you can see all slot 1 Crusaders together. They're still alphabetical on the bench seat. So that makes like Arachnobuddy and then Jim and then Pilot Pam kind of deal, like, so alphabetical per bench seat, but you can see all the Crusaders on the rune scheme sorted by bench seat for owned Crusaders, so that's pretty cool. Jay is saying they don't live on a hill, but their street usually doesn't get plowed until way after the snow happens. Yeah. There's like so little plows in Victoria, right? So only the main streets first.
Yeah, my building is in this weird spot where it's like apartment buildings, but then there's a couple private homes, and they're responsible for the little patches of sidewalk in front of their houses, and they never bothered to do anything. Yeah. So it'll be like clear and then like packed ice.
Yeah. Well, I noticed that on some of my walks too, because I know like the houses were rented, and so like the tenants in the houses don't bother doing the snow removal, even though it's probably part of their agreement with the landlord. It's like, but I'm just a tenant, it doesn't matter to me. The landlord's gonna get the fine from the bylaw officer. Bylaws about snow removal, who knows? Definitely bylaws about snow removal in Ontario. It's like, you really should.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Keyword 73. Oh right, Rosie the Rocklicon. I've literally never put her in formation, so no wonder I forgot she existed. Oh, poor Rosie the Rocklicon.
Yeah, they can't all be winners.
No. Whipped Quasin. I'm just gonna call Rosadi Venosar.
Yeah. Fair.
Fair.
That's fine. Pink Venusaur.
And about random cool sounding names, my username is 1-2. Well, Whipped Quasin is pretty cool, yeah.
Yeah.
Amithago says there was a code for 2 Altier Valentine's chests back in summer. Yeah, I was just going through random event chest phase too when it was off week between events. But now we have runic chests, so when it's off week between events, I give you guys runes. It's awesome. Cassius, hey ladies, really enjoying quad loop of Web Blast as my new favorite game interaction. 0.25 seconds of Web Blast speed. But there's no current way of showing which Crusader's quad loop is affecting. Can we get some sort of incoming, outgoing screen for each Crusader similar to the Idle Champions one? I mean, I would love to do a better Crusader screen, and I keep saying I'll do it when I have time, so I can maybe try and make time. If it makes sense, it's something we should add. But quad loop is only active when Odile has 4 Crusaders next to her. So, I mean, it's the 4 Crusaders next to her who get buffed. Otherwise, you can use, it's a copy of Hildir's power, right? So you can also use Hildir to make Arachnobuddy have Super Web Blast as well. Dragon Slayer, what would happen if some mad lad crafted a legendary before the event drops? You can craft it. We're not, like, making it, go back down to level 20 for those cheaters out there who have way too many material to make that. But if you ever just enchanted it, you can never get it back up past level 20. You're like, why does this dude have a level 23 legendary on one of the most useless things ever? But it's like, well, it's up to them. It's one of the more useless things. Janaya Fire says, back when they lived in central Saanich, we used to get plowed early because the farmer next door would get hired by the city to help plow. Well, that's cool.
Yeah, that makes sense, too.
Also, small world.
Yeah.
Questionable Muffin is saying, it'll be Rosie O'Donnell as Rosie Day's nickname.
I mean, if you want to type more characters, you go for it, I guess.
Yeah. Also, wow, Questionable Muffin won the giveaway.
Congrats.
What a coinky-dink. Just Ricky 2. By the way, what happened to the Pascal thing that was mentioned last week? Will we be able to prop their temporary tags soon? It's something we'll be looking at after Season 3 goes out, just because I want to focus on... Obviously, we focused on the event for today, and then Season 3, because you guys need Season 3. So, we'll revisit Pascal after Season 3 is live. Cassius. Also, there seems to be a point where boss health gets to a certain tiny level and projectiles shut off entirely. You can bypass the problem by increasing DPS and trying again, but it's irritating. Is it, like, is the boss powered up? Like, is the boss getting really big? Because that increases their health, but projectiles shouldn't be shutting off. If you have a screenshot of when you're in that situation, you can put in a ticket and we can try and reproduce. Cassius, back to quad loop. I can tell which 4 Crusaders it's affecting, but not what its actual effect on those Crusaders is without squinting and guessing. It buffs upgrades, so you'd want to look at the circle icons, and it just applies the effect as soon as it's active. So you'd have to, I guess, know what the base effect is to see if it's being applied, which could be confusing. So, I know, yeah, it is worth making time for a better incoming, outgoing Crusader screen. I guess that would be a thing. When do I make time? Good question. After season 5, maybe. Qbert73, is anyone else seeing stuttering on Erika's video? Hi, I'm Erika. I mean, hopefully no one in the office is killing the internet. Although we have been having some issues with our morning meetings. If you're looking at Kat on that side of the screen, she does have a filter on today to hide her background living room, so it's just like rough. Hey, I have no green screen filter, so that makes it look a little wonky, but I don't know. Maybe Jay can tell me if there's internet problems.
Thanks for the flag, though.
Yeah.
It's always important to know if something is going wrong.
Jay doesn't notice anything on her end watching the stream.
There.
Yeah. So, I mean, we'll keep an eye out for it, but it might just be we're streaming at too high a quality, possibly. Dr. Bilby says use the Limu Emu filter.
No.
And then Stormcrow's, no, the kitten filter.
Yes, of course. I'm here live. I'm not actually a cat.
Oh, man. That was cute.
Poor older people who do not understand technology.
Yeah, like, I guess... Oh, whoops. No, what'd I do?
What did you do?
Okay, that was weird. Zoom capture. Okay, I can't look at anything on the monitor that zooms on today, apparently. Because I was looking at the Twitch stream and it got rid of the art. Okay, no more looking at that screen. Damn it, Zoom! Talk about tech problems. Oops. Sippleman, what are you saying about the epic rap battle from Bench? I mentioned it 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I haven't had a chance to go look at it. I have been busy bee working on seasons and planning. Full Chain 109 finally caught a live stream. Good morning, all. Hi, Erika and Kat.
Hey,
welcome.
Nice to see you. Always love your coloring sheets.
Yes. You can go back and watch the VOD, I guess. Yeah. There were only 6 ODL sheets today, so we blasted through them pretty quickly.
Yeah.
But yeah, nice to see you live. Rusty Night. I can imagine Karen saying that before switching to her human skin. I'm live, I'm not a cat. Dragon Slayer 96. Since Season 3 of the dungeons will come out soon, will Gold Find be uncapped there finally after 2 seasons of it being capped at E1100? That's not something that's on my to-do list, but I can think about it. And Cassius says next time they're doing a quad loop of Web Blast, they'll let it wall and send in a ticket. Cool. Ooh, art question for you, Kat. The final art that goes into the game, is it vector or raster?
It is all vector. We draw in Illustrator and then put everything into Flash so that it can be scaled infinitely. Although we try not to. Oh,
Sari woke up.
good morning. You want to come on to the video? He might disappear because of the filter. Yeah, he's gone. I have Space Cat. There we go. Little face.
Space Cat.
Alright, now leave me alone.
Okay. Sorry, distracted by Kat, of course. Kat is Kat. Supplement, what happened to the impossible to get achievements like reaching level 25 in the pass of a season? So those ones are going to be hidden if you did not achieve them. And they do clarify that they were for completing Season 1 and Season 2. And so Season 3 will specify completing Season 3. Because those are achievements meant to be for completing the current season. So there will be new ones when we reuse the themes of the season starting in Season 5. Seiju Fallen, can you tease anything about Dungeon Season 3? Any formations you've tweaked? Any rewards you're excited about? So we've tweaked one formation for Season 3, because I did want to tweak it last season, but it didn't end up getting tweaked before we launched. And then we've got the 2 skins coming out, so that's pretty cool. Trying to really step up the rewards. We'll see if it's too generous this time. It feels way too generous, especially the season pass rewards, because it's all this great stuff for just $15, which is a better deal than a normal chest purchase. So, but yeah. And then obviously the 5th slot rune releasing, so it's like designing the powers has been really interesting. Jet Black Heartbreak. Can we get a silky skin for what's her name one of these days?
Well, you'll have to tell me who what's her name is. If you mean the one seal, I mean she already has a skin, so it's not super likely.
Baby Sashimi, yeah.
Yeah, I think
Princess
might be more likely.
Oh no. Mermaid to Selkie. That's kind of not a big jump.
Not too big, but I think it's more likely to just have a completely new Selkie Crusader, because I like Selkie lore. I think it's interesting.
Yeah, just Selkie on its own could be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Obey 1988. Is there any possibility of improving Crusader selection for missions? I have a few with some Satyrs with +% mission EP reward, and they are all high on EP levels. If I favorite them, then it still needs more sweeping right since mission needs quite varied tags. It's really annoying most of the time. Yes, improving the mission screen is actually an item on my to-do list. It has an internal plan date. It has a potential release date. So it's going to happen. It's actually going to happen this year. It's like, okay, cool. I mean, I need to actually do the planning for that internal plan date, but it is something I am really thinking about, so and going to ask for advice on from the people who know how to design UI.
UI is hard.
Yeah. Well, there's just so much to surface, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then it's like, okay, where do I squeeze everything? Yeah, but definitely need to ask for advice for that. But I do have like things that I want to see on it. And we do have some more functionality these days. Like we've got all the tabs in the shop, so we could even like have tabs for the different missions out of the shop tabs. So it's like, yeah, you know, maybe repurpose that if it's repurposable. Just Tricky too, because Season 3 is currently on your radar only. How long do you guys still need before you guys are comfortable enough to bring it out? Well, I didn't want to do it this week because it was an event drop. But it's still aiming for February, so, you know, very soon. Rusty Knight. Skins are always nice. Any chance that a reward on a future dungeon could be a Crusader? I mean, yes, it's entirely possible that you could see a Crusader from a season reward.
Someday.
Jet Black Heartbreak is saying, yes, it was Shishimi they meant as what's her name.
Yeah. We're kind of trying to give everybody one skin before doubling up. That's not true in every situation, but it's an attempt. So
yeah. What you do? And then Jet Black Heartbreak also says something like being able to organize Crusaders based on tags, like click a tag and all the animal Crusaders show up, would be related to the mission screen. So yeah, I mean, ideally that would be something really cool to have. I'm not sure how feasible it is, but it would be something really cool to have. So it's something we're going to investigate for sure. Dragon Slayer 96. For a future tier 11 reward, could one possibly be something like double sprint in dungeons? With how it is getting really close to running your PC all day just to get in the 15 runs we get. Well, that's the tricky part, because I don't want you guys just sprinting for dungeon rewards. So I'm happy with the sprint to 5,000 for now. We're going to revisit for Season 4 how to make it less sprinty, but also not super arduous runs, like super deep. So, yeah, it's something we'll address for Season 4, I hope, but to have something in place by then. But I don't see sprint past 5,000 as something that happens yet. And there's still always phase skip, which helps. But yeah. Michael Riviera art. UI in games is extremely hard. One of those things where if done right, no one notices. That's very true.
yeah.
Yeah. Cassius, if we have to get a Crusader from a dungeon, that better be a really good Crusader. I can only do my best with Crusader design. I'm not promised. I mean, do you really want a meta Crusader from a dungeon if you can't get to the Crusader level? But then if it's a really good Crusader, then you want to get to the Crusader level that unlocks it in the dungeons. Yeah. Choices to be made. Full chain. Is Rosady the next event? Crusader? Nice design. Yep.
Thank you.
Alright, we're doing the Pascal coloring sheet this afternoon, but next week should be Rosades?
Maybe? if we go in that order.
Because there's still the Bruno Val one, I guess.
Yeah.
Or Siri. Bruno Siri one.
Yes, Siri. I mean, I guess that's a fair thing to ask people, are you more interested in the coloring sheets of the new Crusaders or the ones with two old ones interacting? Because, yeah, there's a couple on the back burner, and prioritizing is always a good thing to do.
Yeah. Dimala 1980. Any upcoming chest sales planned? I want to buy a bunch of rune chests, but don't want to buy them only to have a sale pop up a week later. No chest sales planned with the Valentine's event, because the lunar sale is running, so if you haven't picked up some of our DLC, there are some discounts on some of the older DLC with the Steam lunar sale, which started half an hour ago and runs until Tuesday morning. But yeah, no chest sales planned. We just had one at whatchamacallit, Christmas. Yes, it was Christmas. And with Seasons releasing in February, I don't see us doing a chest sale in February. So when would the next one be? Depends on March, I guess. I don't know. It's premature party Crusaders. It might make sense with Anna and Tiernan. But yeah, we don't have a date for a chest sale at this point in time. Just Ricky 2, some Flora and Orc tag skins would be appreciated. Not really enough synergy for either race right now. True. Rosoidier is a demon flora combo, so that is another flora tag for y'all to use.
I do really like doing flora skins. I think they're fun.
Mm-hmm.
But orcs, yeah, keep that in mind.
Oh, Full Chain says they're really looking forward to the Bruno series sheet. So,
good to know.
Yeah.
I thought that was a nice one as well.
Yeah. Well, that's a fun keyword. I guess it works. Hopefully Nightbat is catching those. It's cat plus cat as the raffle keyword for a chance to win 5 runic chests.
Hear that, Sari? We're famous. He's sleeping.
Yeah.
He just gets up to scream and then goes right back to sleep.
Just Ricky 2 says, we need more exotic race tag skins. I really liked the Grizz one.
What did I do for Grizz?
Dwarf
Grizz, right.
Yeah, Dwarf Grizz. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, dwarves are kind of fun. Although they're a little one note. It's like make them short and hairy. I think elves has also crossed my mind, but then I also forget about it because we don't have that many. We have like 6 or something.
It's pretty low, yeah. And then I was looking at your doc of skin ideas, and it's like, have we really not done elf royalty? Did I really not give Rena a royal tag? But I guess I didn't.
I haven't updated that in a little while, but yeah, that was based on the little query that Kevin ran for me.
Yeah, be worth probably updating. Jet Black Heartbreak. You know, it could be an interesting Crusader skin. The Monkey King for Mr. the Monkey could add an angel tag, but then again, it could just look cool.
Is the Monkey King an angel?
I'm trying to... I don't know. The Monkey King from...
Journey to the West, I assume?
Oh. I think he's technically died. And or he's more a god, isn't he?
I have no idea. I don't actually know the lore. I know the design that tends to be used.
I've been watching Overly Sarcastic's Journey to the West re-summaries, but I cannot for the life of me remember episode 1. I think it's like, oh man, I think it's either angel god, yeah, is Ty.
Right. Well, I suppose for our game at least, angel is the closest we got to god. Even though we have like Thalia is a thunder god, he just has like supernatural, right?
Supernatural and human, I think even.
Yeah.
He's not even really a god. Oh
man. Consistency. What is it?
Right. Cassius. A Crusader being worth the extra effort put in is always nice. I understand you can only do your best, of course. Yes, fair. So when it makes sense, we'll do our best with the Crusader from the dungeons, for sure. Conquer Shinko. Will there be another flash sale bonanza like you did last year? Yeah, we can always reuse that tech. When did we do it? We did it in August. So we didn't want to be too frequent. How long ago was August? September, October, November, December, January, February. Oh, it's already 6 months ago. Holy shit.
Oh, Jesus.
So there might be another one. Sooner than later, I guess. I will look at the planning schedule when it makes sense. Kedragon 2000, how do you pronounce Rosoidier?
Like that.
Like
Rosoidier.
that. I got it right that time.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a hard one. Feel free to come up with nicknames. Like I said, I like Rosie D.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Rosie D was a pretty cool one. Hardball UK says, happy early Valentine's, ladies. Happy early Valentine's to you.
Chocolate excuse holiday.
Yeah. discount chocolate excuse holiday. Mwahahaha. Whipped Quasin says the Monkey King is celestial, and Amithago says the Monkey King did steal immortality.
Ah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Learning.
Jay says they also buy the chocolate the day after it goes on sale.
Yep.
Yep. Only way to do chocolate. Keybert73, you mentioned a lunar sale, but I don't see anything about it in-game on the shop tab or on the Codename Entertainment website either. Kevin swore to me it's in the game. You may need to reload, but it's only on the DLC, so like the Epic Elite Legendary Starter Pack, the base Crusader packs like Mindy, Bannerel, Billy, Mildred, the usual suspect Taskmasters, Aqua, Silverwind, Seth and Aradney have small discounts. Molly and oh my god, RoboClicker? No, god damn it.
Clicker, it's a number.
No, the robot's in Ruby guy, but it's Otto von Clickmaster. And then this one also mirrors this Christmas sale that we had on Steam, where the Jiaolong and Langley packs are actually 15% off if you don't already own those packs. But yeah, most players already own most of the DLC that's on sale, probably. And I think the sale tag would only show up if you look at the DLC pack, if you're missing it. That's something we should fix. Putting a sale pop-up like Idle Champions does. No, on sale. But yeah, I will also check with Kevin that it actually went live when I get off stream.
Double check.
Yeah, it's always good to double check. But the data on the server should be right, and the Steam sale data is right, so if you're buying it, it should charge you the right price. If you don't see it in game. Okay. Back to the questions document. SOTF. I have this image of a monkey in a robe with taped on wings and a pipe cleaner halo while dragging a spotlight aimed at it. That would be a riff on the Monkey King for sure. And Jet Black Heartbreak says the Monkey King has a cloud he flies on.
Oh, right. Because he's Sun Wukong. Son Goku took his cloud. Yeah. Everything I know goes through anime somehow.
Yeah. And Hardball UK says, we have Frankie, how about an Elvis style Crusader?
Maybe.
I know more about Frank Sinatra than I do about Elvis.
Yeah, I've never been a fan of Elvis in any capacity, really.
There's the couple JXL remixes I like that they did of his songs back in the early 2000s, and then I do like Love Me Tender, and what's the other one? The one that they sang in Lilo and Stitch. I like the ones they used in Lilo and Stitch. Some of the songs they used from Elvis. But yeah, I don't really go in for Elvis lore itself. Qbert73, I forget that a lot of stuff requires the client to be reloaded. Yeah, lots of stuff requires the client being reloaded.
When in doubt, refresh. Or, well, I guess that's not so simple now.
Close and reopen.
Yeah.
Just say refresh. I don't know. Seiji Fallen. Considering the flash sale bonanza made the game unplayable for me for the weekend, A, could we make sure that it's fixed before running it again? And B, there's probably more players like me that weren't really able to take advantage of it, making a rerun worthwhile. Yes, we did know why it was broken, and we did fix that for the last few hours of the sale. So hopefully it doesn't break if we turn it on again, but we'll double check. But we did know what was causing it to break. just Ricky 2. Also, do you guys have any ideas to kick down the current gold find meta? Only one tier 6 has a place in the dungeon meta right now. Not off the top of my head. That did become a very powerful meta, and I may address it further in the future, but it's not something I'm trying to do with the tier 6 Crusaders right now. But just going forward, limiting objectives more on what Crusaders can be used, and possibly even limiting what Crusaders are allowed in the dungeons in future seasons. Cassius says, okay, that was weird. Buying something in Idle Champions also caused the Steam overlay to pop up in Crusaders. Huh. I think that can happen with the Steam overlay. It's like, it's very rare that I'm actually playing 2 Steam games at the same time, though. Oh, who won the raffle? Or Jay hasn't drawn it yet. Don't think Jay's drawn the raffle yet. Okay. Kirit73 says, Monkey Journey to the West by Damon Albarn of Blur and Gorillas is a hybrid, live-action and animation version of the story of the Monkey King. It's pretty fantastic. Oh, that might be worth checking out. SOTFX says, perhaps a gray alien in an Elvis costume. You know?
It's always possible, I guess. That would be a pretty easy Crusader for the Independence Day event.
No, that could actually be fun. Imaginary development, are there any plans to create new packs? We do want to do more DLC as the year goes on. I don't have any, probably a Taskmaster. And then figuring out which Crusader it would make sense to do a DLC for, but I think the next new pack would probably be a Taskmaster when we do get around to doing that. We did just put out new Crusader packs in December, so that's only a month and change ago. SOTFX. Notice that Champions has a Switch version. Any chance of Crusaders getting one? No chance. Yeah, it's... I don't even think... Because Crusaders is Flash, so I don't even think it would run on a Switch. An Idle Champions one hardly runs on a Switch. It runs well enough. It runs. You could say it runs. I'm not sure if it's better or worse than a phone. But at least you have the paddles, like the controllers on the Switch to do stuff with, which makes it a little more convenient than a phone. But yeah, not doing a Switch version of Crusaders. Crusaders is too old.
Yeah, and there's just not enough manpower.
Yeah, no, it does take Peter a lot of time to do the Switch version on top of all the other builds. And then we'd need to be like 2 months ahead on content. At least.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Appy League Fan won the giveaway for the 5 runic chests. Congratulations. Whipped Quazin says, a Rocky skin as an Elvis impersonator.
Yeah. I think that's come up before, and it was kind of like, you know, a possibility, but nobody uses Rocky, so that would make more sense when we have time to add effects to skins, maybe.
Yeah. Oh, this is interesting. Croc360 says, FYI, you gotta be careful using Elvis-like graphics. Another game I played had them and were forced to remove them. Ooh.
Elvis' estate getting litigious.
I guess, yeah. That is something to keep in mind. I mean, we do skirt pretty close to the parody things on some of our Crusaders. And then Full Chain says, a pompadour with legs would do for an Elvis Crusader. That would be an alien.
Yeah. the pompadour species. It's just like,
it'd be hard to make it not look like a dog, I guess. But
yeah, actually, it immediately looks like a dick. Okay.
what? Oh, you're sketching it.
I was about to with the really like exaggerated Japanese pompadour. It's like, oops, actually, wait a minute. It needs a head to sit on, or else it looks real awful. Moving on.
Moving on, yes. So I haven't teased the weekend promo yet. But since the Valentine's event is launching this afternoon, it is Valentine's related. So it has buffs to Rocky, Sally, Warwick, Katie, and Frankie, with a golden corset for Sally. Man. Corsets. But yeah, also, a reminder that Monday is a holiday here in Canada Land, so the office will be closed. That means all our Monday meetings got moved to Tuesday. So I've canceled the Reddit Q&A on the Tuesday, but I didn't want to cancel it entirely, so I've moved it to Wednesday afternoon, so it'll start at 1 p.m. Pacific time on Wednesday the 17th for the Reddit Q&A. So that's back-to-back Erika. No day in between next week. But yeah, holiday in Canada Land on Monday. Woohoo! Appy League fan, there's a contact support button in the game under the guidebook support menu, so you click on that, and you do need a browser that's able to open a new tab or a new window when you click on the button, and then you need to accept all the cookies on that page, so the Codename and DJ Arts cookies, and then you can put in the ticket that way. Imaginary development. So the Steam version of Crusaders is Steam. The both launchers are Adobe Air. The one's just using your Steam login. The other one's using the Codename Games website login in case you didn't have a Steam account or if you can't play on Steam for some reason. But it's both still Adobe Air. Yeah.
Which is a, like, packager for Flash.
Yeah. Which still exists, which is great. They meant the Steam version is Flash. Yes, the game is still Flash. It's just in the Adobe Air wrapper, which allows it to still work outside of a browser. That's all it is, yeah. Idle Champions is done with Unity because we'd moved on to Unity by that point. Yeah. Just Tricky 2, also just to let you know that for now, Momo and Ursula are currently weaker than a couple of the already existing Tier 4 Crusaders. I still recommend tweaking for both because they aren't living up to the Tier 6 hype. Momo is actually pretty good. Ursula maybe could use some tweaks, but Momo was still pretty powerful as far as the orc DPS goes.
Just needs more orc friends, maybe?
Maybe. Modem Goddess says, no holiday for federal employees on Family Day. That's true. Croc says, Monday is a holiday for some in America land, too.
Is it also Family Day, or is it something else?
Well, no, the States would be something different. But yeah. Yeah, we give a mature warning on the stream, just in case I accidentally swear, and because technically we shouldn't have young viewers playing our games and watching our content, but we do still want chat to be polite, so Nightbot does flag naughty chat.
Yeah, Nightbot tends to be pretty sensitive, so if you get flagged by Nightbot, that doesn't necessarily mean you're immediately in trouble. I did notice somebody quoted me and got flagged, so...
Yes.
Yeah.
We do try to keep the chat a little clean and happy and polite. I also set Nightbot to like say no excessive cap locks because I was like, I don't really like excessive cap lock talk, but
that's fair. I think a lot of people do that.
I did have to make it allow 16 character codes.
Oh, right.
Because I had it a little too aggressive.
Yeah.
It's President's Day in the US.
Okay.
Yeah. SOTFX, it still irritates me that they didn't just end support rather than leaving it for those who have other uses for it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, they had security complaints about Flash for, like, what, years? And, like, this was, like, the 4th or 5th time they said they were gonna kill it, and then this time they just actually killed it. But yeah, although there was that one South African bank who made their own browser just to keep running Flash because they didn't want to convert their documents from Adobe Flash to HTML documents.
So specific.
So let's make our own browser that only runs our website. But I guess they needed the tax forms to be submitted sooner than later, so. But they've also had years to get around that.
Mm-hmm.
Cassius says, Momo nickname makes me want Mama's Monster to get a Deno costume.
A what?
A Deno? I don't know. Can Google it later, or maybe Jay has a chance to Google it quick. Imaginary development. Is Crusaders being translated into something off Flash? No. We will stay Flash, and we will continue to update the game in the launcher form for as long as players are playing and supporting the game.
Mm-hmm.
Jay is saying Deno comes up with Common Writer stuff.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know anything about Common Writer other than it exists.
Okay. So, maybe? Thanks for the suggestion, I guess. We'll keep it in mind.
The only other Momo I know was that little horror girl face that went around for a little while.
I swear there was a Momo in Xenosaga, actually. I want to say that. But it's been ages since I've played Xenosaga, so... specifically a common writer named Momo. Alrighty then. Sally and Warwick having some fun.
Yeah. Sally's just teasing him.
Yeah.
He has an extremely large head, but he's a leprechaun, so...
Yes. Whipped Quasin, thank you for remembering Momo and Xenosaga. I wasn't gonna mention it because nobody would get it. Oh! Oh, come on, it's not that old, is it? I was playing it in high school. Okay, it's kind of old. I feel old now.
Yeah.
Slab McLartude says there was a railroad system in Russia that had a direct dependency for Flash for the trains to run somehow. They got a hacked version to keep going.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I think I read that about China too. They had some other system with Flash and they got their own China Adobe Flash to keep it going. Yeah, I remember Xenosaga being fun, and then I'm like, I should do this from the beginning without a strategy guide, and that's when I stopped playing it, because I was like, no, I need my strategy guides. It's like, there were some games I was fine playing without a strategy guide, but then it's like, no, I need that printout beside me. Because this is in the days before, like, laptops, really. Mm-hmm. We only had the one desktop, and it's like, okay, so if I want the strategy guide, I have to print it out and bring it to the TV. Because they were in separate rooms.
Mm-hmm. I never had a printer, so I had lots of stacks of printer paper with very scribbled notes for guide stuff.
Right.
Making my own little tables and lists of, like, okay, go here to get this thing. Especially when I'd, like... I was trying really hard to 100% Tales of Symphonia.
Mm.
Never managed it because you have to replay it like 8 times.
Oh boy.
Much as I love that game. And then my GameCube memory card like deleted itself, and I was so distraught.
I think the only bad thing save-wise that happened to me on my GameCube was I got really far in one of my games, and it's like I should save, and then I didn't save, and then it's like I died, and it's like, oh shit, I gotta go back forever. Oh no, I corrupted my my Zelda, the hard Zeldas. I was doing the hard Zelda water temple, and I messed up, and I accidentally saved myself in the messed up state, and I'm like, because the water temple is so, like, Adult Link water temple is like so far in the game. I was like, I'm not redoing the entire game to get back there. Also, I didn't know you could totally screw up the water temple in the remade Ocarina of Time. I was like, crap.
Yeah, Master Quest can get pretty nasty. That was one I didn't finish until I could emulate it.
Yeah. Last question before we end the stream. Gragatrim, have you looked at the past Dungeon Season data? Anything interesting in terms of what % of players got to level 25 in the dungeons? It was a pretty good chunk of them, and then the players do remind me that there were different circumstances surrounding those players getting to level 25. But yeah, it was interesting. We'll have Season 3 results. Hopefully nothing weird's gonna change in Season 3, so like those will be the best results as far as season results go. But yeah, no, good chunk of players actually did the seasons, which is pretty cool. So that has been our stream for Thursday, February 11th, 2021. I need an outro script. For Crusaders of the Lost Idols, I've been Erika, that's been Kat. Kat, point to this one. point off camera.
Over here.
And then you guys have been great in the community. Thank you for the questions. Thank you for the coloring sheets and submitting those coloring sheets. Soon we'll have another code, maybe, eventually. We'll see how many Pascal entries we get when we release the Pascal sheet later this afternoon. The Valentine's event is releasing today. Thank you to Jay on the CNE Games account, getting all your questions and running the raffles. Alright, next week is episode 50. So there will be 4 raffles in the stream, and we will be giving away a golden epic of choice to the winners instead of the 5 runic tests. So
exciting.
Holy shit, 50 episodes.
And also, come follow me on Twitter at Skeleven. I'll be posting the sketch of this just after lunch, probably. And I post my own art, too, sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, and thank you guys once again for joining us on the stream, and I'll see you in the Q&A on Wednesday, and we'll see you live on the stream next Thursday. Bye!
Bye!